Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Another live video today. We're actually talking about the dental practice. It's more to answer some questions to the guy who owns the dental practice. Obviously, you know who I am, and basically wanted to sort of catch up. He sent me some documentation on the building and obviously currently what they have at the moment, and some questions and stuff as well. He's answered to me as well. So. Happy to do the cabling yourself, as you said. So I was just doing some building work. Lay the cables in. Remember to leave on the ends when you bring it down to the port level for the PCs or devices to switch into. Leave about a couple. Probably I would say leave quite a bit of cable so that if because what I like to do is cool the cable up into the socket itself. So if the cable for any reasons or the port snaps or breaks because very commonly people do end up shoving things up against the port and they break and stuff, be able to take the module out, snip the cable, recut the cables and put the module back in. So you need enough left out. So when you bring them down into the port, bring it out, leave let me balance this camera. So leave probably about that much cable to play with, because I'll call it up and put it into the box itself. My principle is, if you're laying ports around the building, I tend to be honest, the common sort of things I do when I lay cables is I always do 2 ports per user. So you've got 1 data, 1 phone, or if you've got if a guy is not going to be using phone, using VoIP for instance through a laptop itself, or a VoIP phone, that always has throughput for another cable to go in, so that really allows you to do a VoIP phone, a laptop and a PC. So in theory they like having 3 ports if they wanted to. So I always do 2 ports per desk. If you know somebody that specifically can be operating that desk, can be operating more than 1 device, then obviously I will fit in 4 ports. But I never do a single port, because if you're going to lay 1 cable, you might as well lay 2 cables to each port. And at least you know you've future-proofed it for later on, because obviously when you get to recabling again, or you need extra ports in a particular room, it's harder to relay cables because you already put everything back in place. So my simple solution is 2 ports per desk. If you're going to be running quite a few PCs along a bench, for instance, in the practice, I will at least put in 4 in there for future-proofing. So if you decide, oh, I need an extra port, the port's there for you to use. At the patching level, you don't have to patch it in, you can leave it unpatched. So when you need to make it go live, you can patch it. Also, what happens also is, let's say you've got 2 ports in there and you break a port. At least you can hop it over to the next port, repatch it, back and work again, repair that later. So again, you're not stuck waiting around because your PC's down and stuff. But at dental practice, you want your machines on, running all the time. So that gives you a bit of safety. So that's what I will do. 2 ports, because obviously when you can't buy single port boxes. What they do is they still give you a 2-port box, but they give you a single faceplate to go in there. You have to order them separately, so it's easier just to buy. You've got a box for 2 anyway, so just lay 2 ports for each box. So that's my goal anyway. There's lots of software out there on VoIP systems. You don't have to have a physical VoIP phone itself. You can actually have a microphone and a headpiece plugged into a PC, running some software. I've already got some customers before run software on a PC or Mac, and they log into a VoIP network, and it gives you the same sort of scenario as an actual system. So that way you don't have to any phone system installed or boxes that does the VoIP. Some people are very in the middle of a live feed and you get some bloody calls. Stop calling me. Anyway, right. Yeah, so there's lots of software out there, so think about the VoIP system before you go in and purchase the VoIP system itself, because if you go to like BT and that, they'll bring boxes in. BT also do a cloud product now. Again, one of my ex-clients has also got the Voice Cloud. I think it's Voice Cloud it's called by BT. Again, they can put handsets, and you can get an app on the phone that can actually be an extension of your handset as well. But I do like it. I think you can do software based as well, so you can run the software on the desktop. You have to speak to BT. They seem to do a good deal, and it's always good to go to BT because you can get some good voice minutes free packages, unlimited calls and stuff. So you make lots of calling, you can get an unlimited calls, so it doesn't cost you anything. So quite good on that. A lot of the VoIP systems you get that's in, like we call them, the clouds. They do sort of various packages. So watch package you get. Be very careful when you choose them. That way you don't have to have a PDX or BEC system installed and all this extra hardware for telephone systems. You don't have to have these ISDN lines put in, stuff like that. I've got a client that wanted to go VoIP completely, so we have 2 broadbands installed by BT. One is for general web surfing and browsing, and the second one is for their VoIP phones. So if one goes down, they've still got VoIP. Because obviously if you run it all across the same broadband and the broadband goes out, that's data, that's emails gone, and that's obviously literally phone calls gone itself. Or the other way, if you wanted to make sure that you had hard lines, because nothing beats physical hard phone lines. They never go wrong. There's never been issues. They work fine. Where VoIP always relies on the internet. See, with hard lines, you can have a VoIP system in the building. BT do what you call a Mitel system. They don't still currently do it, but currently they used to do Mitel, which is a small PDX box that sits into your rack where your servers are. That manages all your calls via VoIP, so you get VoIP straight to the desktop, running over normal data cables. But on the back of the system, it's hardline cabled, so it's proper phone lines in, proper ISDN lines in. That way it's reliable, it's always there. If you, especially dental practices, you probably have like a 6-channel VoIP system, 6-channel system. So if a line goes, you still have another line you can get calls out and calls in with as well, more reliable, and actually putting everything on the cloud, because if broadband goes, that's it. And a lot of broadband providers these days, if you look in the small print, it's not a guarantee service to you unless you pay the extra stuff now, which you can do. I mean, I'm on Virgin Media Business here, which basically means I have a 48-hour response time. So when my internet goes down, I give them a quick call, say, "Come on, Virgin, internet's down. Can you sort it out?" They guarantee me a 48-hour response. Where if it's a home-based one, you phone up, "Come, Virgin, internet's down." What? We'll wait a week. They can say that until there's like 500 households roughly in the same area that complains about the same thing. Then they send an engineer out to go investigate the issue or problem. So there's my thoughts and stuff like that. So yeah, install the cable. Give me a rough date and time when that's completion. You want me to come down to terminate the cables. The server, if you're going to go for a new server, let me know. I can spec you the cost. I can give you all the part numbers where to purchase it from, so I buy from different various places. That way you can claim the VAT back if you're VAT registered. Get the part sent to me. I can get all the build done for you here while it's all going on. So I can set up the server, I can set up the workstations, I can simulate the network here to get everything installed and running. And then obviously when the data comes to the install date time, I can bring it all down, bring it down in one day, terminate all the cables, put the servers and workstations in, bang, you're up and running. Do all the stuff back here a lot faster than actually on site itself. So if you want me to do that, let me know. I can spec workstations and I can spec servers. Still trying to call me. Stop calling me. I'm live on YouTube. Anyway, yeah, so if that's what you wanted to do, then let me know and I'll get a spec for costs and stuff. I'll send you all the orders where you need to purchase it from, then get it all delivered to me. I can get all the build stuff done for you, and then give me a date so you want everything installed. I'll come down and we'll do the whole install very quickly. We should be able to get the whole install, terminating the cables, installing the pieces in workstation, as long as they're built off-site in one day. So nice and easy for you. So hopefully this helps. Give me a call back or an email, let me know. So that's our project. Also, hopefully you'll be okay. I'll come down and film it for all you other guys out there who are actually watching this video itself. You get to see what goes on in the background. So no worries. So thanks for watching, guys. Cheers to the next video. Oh, more stuff on the Upman cable update a bit later. Installing stuff very shortly. Just putting the padding up and all the insulation in there to make it a bit more cooler, because all this hot weather we're having at the moment is heating up. It's like an oven in there at the moment, but obviously the installation's going in slowly. It's slowly cooling down the shed itself. So once that's been done and the board's been put up, it should be a lot cooler for start installing these boxes we have here, which are my servers. So yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Cheers.